Charity, do you really trust them, or are they literally just a scam organization? We all have been in situations where we have been seeing volunteers on the streets and TV shows with all kinds of actors getting their performance pay to show you how caring they are for the poor people, the elderly, the homeless, or the children asking for your donation for some charity. Naturally, our reaction to this is we tend to give some donation, and doing so, we are thinking we are helping that charity for those people we want to help. If we don't, we will feel a little bit bad about it in our inside, or maybe just don't even care at all. But should we really care about this, since we don't really know whether this charity do help the people they have claimed? Therefore, this leads me to say that we shouldn't at all donate to charities. To most, I mean. So is that the case? What can we really do about it? Before I comment on this, the first thing we need to find out is how the charity actually works and what is their real meaning. People are duped to believe that charities, so-called non-profit organizations, won't get a single cent, or they will just use a bit to pay for their cause but give a majority share of the donations to whomever they have promised to help. This is all a lie. Charities is making use of the society by taking advantage of our ignorance and compassion in a few ways, mainly because of our religious belief, trust in some activists whom we believe they are honest and kind, and also our education, which the school arranged us to get donation on streets that make us to believe that charity is real. Nevertheless, let me make my explanation very simple by looking on it this way. Let's say you are donating $10 to some organizations and put into some kind of charity box at some random shopping places. Some of you may think that all $10 will go help those unfortunate people, patients dying of cancer or children or whomever. And some may think a little bit logically, believing part of it, like $3, may go to operation and marketing for the charity to get more kind donors. $2 may need to pay the charity's employees, since they are still humans and need some basic income to live. This is what a logical person would think, so that everyone could do something to help others. However, all these are completely not true. In reality, for most charity organizations, and I don't care where they are from, whether from US, from China, from Malaysia, or even from Singapore, in general, when you donate $10 to charity, a very small portion of less than 50 cents will only be given to the people whom you think you are helping. The rest of the money will go to elsewhere legally and justifiably. So now, will you still donate after I tell you this? Will you still give when you know that 99.5% or even more of your donations goes to the organizers and other causes that don't really help people who are struggling in their life? When you donate $10, in fact, you are giving only 50 cents to someone you actually want to help. As a matter of fact, charities don't really help people who they claim to support. And that is what's happening in the world. Whether they are big players like NKF, Children's Societies, Cancer Society, Red Cross, or whatever, or even the small players or individuals, tell you what, they are scamming us. Small players and individuals. I got someone famous in my mind. Let me check. Is Gilbert Gold a scammer? Ooh. Ooh la la. He's quite something. Oh, am I letting a cat out of the bag? The world is cruel. Either you con or be con. Con, he 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 he. Hello, anybody home? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
If something is true, we will need to find out and say outright. We should stop believing in those charities and stop feeling guilty if you have not been contributing anything. Instead, treat it as a joy if you haven't taken part in any charity whose organizers are out there trying to suck your money like how the bugs sucking your blood every night in your bed. You know that kind of bed bug? Your blood? It's time for the exterminations because they are not as non-profit as they claim to be, but just a lazy organization for the top CEOs or leaders to sit down there to get whatever money they want only for themselves. Why don't you ask these questions? Why are those top charities leaders are earning big bucks while volunteers on the ground are working without getting a single cent? Donors are giving money and volunteers are providing free labors for those charities, and the only ones who could benefit the most are the organizers, but not the people you think you are helping. Donors, volunteers, give to the organizer. Do you get the picture? The volunteers contribute their time and effort for free, and the people donate the money without questions. Yet the charities are taking all this for granted to benefit only for themselves, but didn't really do whatever they have promised you. They go after free money and free labor and other free stuff until they make big profit that goes into their own pocket and other personal expenses, even for their luxurious lifestyle, before they decide to make a very small leftover contribution to whomever you think you are helping. You are cheated by their marketing and what they call themselves as non-profit organization. They make themselves seem as not-for-profit by first declaring their salary, their own operation costs and expenses, of which none of you will know how much it will be until there's only little donation money left for them to give to whomever they want to give. You are mostly donating the money to benefit those charity organizers more than to the poor, to the orphans, even to the cancer patients, who are somewhere left behind suffering without receiving any real care from those charities who claim they have done so. Those charities will only make you think how they care for them, how they help them, and even how they make them happy, and add however they can convince you with their photograph or videos.
好，大家一起最后一次呼吁一下我们的捐款热线，请拨打1900-112-1308。
If you ask them what they do with the money, they would simply say they have used it for the needy. But the question is, who are the needy they are referring to? Their families, their extended families, or their friends, or anyone they think but not you think they should give. Or even using money on some women they want to take advantage of. Possible. Therefore, to become a non-profit organization is so easy. The leader just need to talk to make people believe them. Then use as much money as possible before giving the leftover money to the needy to clear their account as a non-profit individuals. If the money is just not good enough, they could just call up some volunteers, making use of them to help them build a good charity image. Shouldn't the leaders also be volunteers without pay too before calling anyone to be volunteers? I want to tell you this, we are really being scammed. If the Red Cross could use 9% of the donation to those who are in need, what do you think of other charities? Also nowadays, charities are using third-party solicitors and their commission can be so exorbitant, from 60 to 90% of every donation raised, that they leave very little for the charity to do the actual work. You can often see them soliciting for donation on the streets and on social media or at whatever places. Hello, anybody home?
Hello? Anybody home?
See, do we really need them to help us to donate to people? There are already people begging for money, old people collecting cardboards, and even homeless children that you can see in your everyday life already. They are right in front of you for you to donate your money. If you can't find them, come on, the world is so big. And don't tell me you don't travel overseas like going to the US, China, Malaysia or Myanmar, the Rohingya for an example. You could see a lot of poor people and children living in a slum. Do we need a middleman who only knows how to earn money between you and the people you care? We can do all this by ourselves anytime on a personal level. Okay, not all charities are bad or scam, which I've already said in the beginning. We shouldn't at all donate to most charities. I've seen experienced the real ones before, genuine ones who really help people, where I saw the homeless surrounding them outside of their premises waiting for food. That was when I was in Taiwan. Well, if you are really keen in charity, here are some ways you can do. Keep yourself active in your own community to learn more about what they are doing and whom they are helping. I got friends who name themselves as bread and butter in Singapore who really go all the way out to help cardboard collectors. Cardboards. I don't know why cardboards. FYI, I'm not involved with them, so I don't really know what they are doing with the cardboards, neither am I promoting them. I just conveniently mention them because I'm in their social group, which I don't really bother much because it's not a fun thing for me. You know, I like to talk silly things, even sometimes talk nonsense and seldom being serious. And what they are doing could really make my hair stand. Ooh. Because of all those kind of compassionate communications, or sometimes what they say about this old lady being very pitiful and the old man is suffering, all this made me I don't know how I should put it. This is why many girls like to complain about me being not passionate, or not romantic, or not sensitive. Anyway, if you know these kind of people, go talk to them and find out more. See what they are doing and offer your help personally so that you could donate your money or help directly, a direct contact of those in need without going through a middleman who just want to suck your money. Or in another way, if you want to, you could donate your money to me into my account or my PayPal. Well, at least I've been putting effort in making videos to entertain you whether you like it or not. For all this work, right? Never mind, just subscribe, like and share my video to ciao.